Asks us to evaluate the expression for b equals 12. The symbols are a little bit confusing. They have 1/ that just means division, and then square root of b minus 3, so we're taking the square root of the whole thing. And then we're adding to that 1 divided by the square root of b minus 8. So I went ahead and wrote that out. I just plugged in values. So I plugged in 12 for b, so 1 over the square root of 12 minus 3 plus 1 over the square root of 12 minus 8. So we have 1, and I'm just going to, fractions and division are the same thing. So instead of using a slash, I'm just using a horizontal line. And we need to make sure to keep the so radical and square root are the same thing. And I'll address that here in just a second. 12 minus 3 is 9 plus 1 over the square root. 12 minus 8 is 4. All right, so square root just means what times itself gives me that number. So typically we think of the answer to the square root of 9 as 3. It is also possible that the answer could be -3 because 3 times 3 is 9, and -3 times -3 is also +9 because a negative times a negative is a positive. Same thing here, 2 times 2, or square root of 4 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and -2 times -2 is also 4. We usually just talk about the positive solutions or the positive answers, and that's what they're telling you to do here. So refer only to the positive solutions of the radical, and what that means is only the positive answer to the square root. So radical, square root, same thing, and we're only going to look at the positive. So my guess, for me anyway, that's where my brain goes anyway. All right, square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 4, if I can get my mouse to work, is 2. So we have 1 over the square root of 9 is 1 over 3, and 1 over the square root of 4 is 1 over 2. We need to add these fractions together. The denominators or the bottom numbers aren't the same, so we need to make them the same. The least common denominator is the smallest number that both of those will go into. So I'm going to use 6 because 6 is divisible by 3 and by 2. Now to get the numerator, whatever we do to the denominator to get the new fraction, we have to do to the numerator. So 3 times 2 gave us 6. So we need to do the numerator times 2 as well. So 1 times 2 is 2. So 2/6 and 1/3 are equivalent fractions. Now we need to do the same thing. 2 times 3 gave us 6. So we need to multiply the numerator by 3 as well. So now we have the same denominators, and we can add our numerators now. So 2 plus 3 gives us 5. Denominator stays the same as 6. And that is option D.